Oh, I've been shrimping ever since I was 14, so that makes it about 20 years or so, on and off with my family. And to this day now, I'm still shrimping. I just started doing this because that's what our family was raised to do when we got to America here, and that's all I like to do is shrimp and fish and being outdoors. Love to be on the waters.
I mean, all my family's all been involved in the water. My father, my brother, all my uncles. Uh, I got my Coast Guard captain's license when I was 19 years old. So uh, just we've all been watermen, you know. So kind of they say it's in your blood. It gets in your blood.
With the opening of the spillway, and they flushed all that water into the Gulf here and into the Mississippi Sound. The problem that we run into is the catch is down. The price of fuel is going to be the price of fuel. It ain't going down. You know, it might fluctuate a little bit, but it ain't really helping. You know, the price of shrimp, it didn't go up even though we're catching less.
The local guys, they kind of suffered, but the guys like me who would travel, I mean, we had a good season, a real good season. Well, last year, it wasn't just record flooding out of the Bonnet Carré. We had record flooding out of coming down the Mobile River, the Tensas, the Tom Bigby. It wasn't nothing like 2011, but we wasn't, at least we was able to make some money in them few months where the guys who were stuck here locally, they did absolutely nothing, you know, nothing at all.
You know, shrimp, fish, crabs, oysters, they can all survive some level of fresh water. It's just how much and how long is it there. And that was, you know, what we saw being so unique about the 2019 event was it was so much water for so long. And that was what really wiped the oysters out.
I had invested some money into oyster aquaculture, and it was just we'd been doing it about 11 months. My oysters were ready to harvest, and I could have harvested them, but I was holding on. I was holding off, and I waited too long, and the fresh water killed them.
If you were in business, like one of the big things, these shrimpermen, you know, and a lot of them crab, a lot of them oyster, a lot of them do it all. That's how they make it through the year. How long can they hang on wondering what's going to happen next year?
Ever since BP, that the seafood industry been going down and hasn't been catching a lot ever since the spillway and all that stuff. BP, starting from BP and then not even enough time to recovery and everything, and then here goes another thing. And then probably about a year down the road, we still didn't recover, and then all kind of disasters just happening. So I don't think that, you know, the seafood industry is going to get back to normal anytime soon.